be going on in the wide world of technology. Up this week, let's talk about the Facebook phone. Supposedly it's coming and coming very soon. So soon, in fact, by the time you watch this video, you might already know when it is and what it might have packed inside of it. I think a Facebook phone is a silly idea. I don't need a phone that does what an app can do, but that's just me. This is Rettinger's Rants. Let's go ahead and get your ranties in a bunch. So there have been rumors of the Facebook phone for years. In fact, we saw a little tiny bit of fruit fall off the Facebook phone tree a few years ago when we saw the HTC Status, or the very silly named Cha-Cha as it was called internationally. Now, admittedly, it had a pretty awesome keyboard. Everything else about it was super blah, down smiley face. It had a Facebook button on it that you could update your Facebook status with and easily upload pictures. But the Facebook app does that, and Facebook is now really tightly integrated with core OSs, so you can upgrade pictures right on iOS or Android. Makes life a lot easier, but supposedly Zuckerberg and company said we learned our lesson, and now we're gonna release the real Facebook phone, supposedly coming soon, and allegedly called the HTC First with a lowercase f, like the Facebook logo. So there aren't any confirmed details available yet, but according to Android Police, HTC First was originally codenamed the Mist. And don't get all excited about a super phone because it's super mid-range specs. It's gonna have a 4.3-inch display with a 720p resolution, a dual-core Snapdragon S4 processor, gig of RAM, 5-megapixel rear camera, and 1.6-megapixel front-facing camera. So nothing here is huge or revolutionary. Facebook's event is supposed to take place on Thursday, April 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific at the company's Menlo Park campus, and that's this week coming up. So Facebook phone makes no sense. Come on, I don't need a phone again that does what my app can do. What could the Facebook phone possibly do that my current smartphone or your current smartphone already can't? Will I be able to tag people right from the camera application? Not a big deal. I'm not buying a phone just for that feature. So what do you do on Facebook? Here are the big ones. So you upload pictures, you tag photos of friends, you stalk people, you look at their news feeds, you check pictures, and you just sort of passively check out what's going on Facebook. You can already do all of that on your phone. Is Facebook going to announce some crazy new feature that only this phone can do? I cannot see any reason to sacrifice every other phone experience to try and just use a Facebook phone. So allegedly it's going to have a crazy Facebook-y skin on it. It's going to let you do things very easily. Why not just release widgets that Android users can use? Why do I have to use especially a mid-range Facebook phone? It's going to last me presumably a 2-year contract. Just makes absolutely no sense to me. And I don't want a specialty phone for each app. I don't want an Instagram phone. I don't want a Twitter phone. I don't want a Facebook phone. I don't want a Foursquare phone. I don't want any of those kind of phones. Especially like you don't need one device that just focuses on one thing. They're phones and they're open source, especially if it's going to be based on Android. Just make it work with all devices and call it a Facebook skin people can download. Make a Facebook launcher publicly available people can download. Don't release it on a crazy mid-range spec phone and expect the world to get super excited, Mark Zuckerberg, because it just ain't gonna happen. So a Facebook phone, I've said that a million times. Do you guys want to see that? You have any interest in a Facebook phone? Are you all excited and jumping up and down for a Facebook phone like you might be for Google announcing the next version of Android or Apple releasing iOS 7 or the iPhone 5S? I'm certainly not, but I'm getting jaded, so maybe I'm wrong. I want to hear from you. So let me step back from my ranting and my raving to thank our friends and sponsors at 23andMe. So have you ever wondered what you might learn from your DNA? I know that ever since I saw Jurassic Park and that little dancing DNA molecule came up, I've always been sort of curious. 23andMe enables anyone to explore their own DNA. It's kind of neat. So actually, based on a saliva analysis of over 1 million data points in your DNA, customers will receive over 200 personalized reports that cover health risks, physical traits, carrier status for conditions that could be passed on to children, and more. So thinking about having kids, and you might think, oh, grandma, whoever had X disease, you want to know if you might be a carrier for it. It can really be a useful tool as you start family planning. 23andMe first offered their personal genome service in November 2007 for almost $1,000 and provided only 14 reports. But today you can get over 200 reports, all for $99. That's the evolution of technology right there. So it might sound kind of intimidating to have to get your whole DNA sent to you. But 23andMe actually makes the whole process pretty simple. First, you just buy a DNA kit online, then you mail in your saliva sample. Their postage is all included. And after a few weeks, you receive over 200 health trait and ancestry reports. So what are you waiting for? Get started. Go check it out at 23andme.com/technobuffalo to learn more. Again, that's 23andme.com/technobuffalo. If you guys agree, disagree, leave your comments down below. Give this video a big fatty thumbs up. We certainly appreciate it. Check us out at technobuffalo.com for latest and greatest tech news. I will see you in the next video.